Amara was too pragmatic for ghosts. She believed in ledgers, not legends, until the day she had to choose between losing her family's legacy or cooking a forbidden stew from her grandmother's cryptic notes. She chose the stew. She got the recipe wrong. Instead of appeasing the spirits, she invited them in, and they loved her cooking so much, they decided to stay.
Let me tell you about the day Amara's world changed. It wasn't a grand event, not at first. It was the quiet, desperate sound of a single coin dropped into an almost empty cash drawer. You see, Amara was a believer in what she could see, smell, and count. Her world was built on the solid, simmering reality of her mama put store, Chinyere's pot, a legacy hanging by a thread. I watched her that evening, this fierce, practical young woman, her shoulders tight with the weight of a landlord's final notice. The air in the shuttered store was thick with the ghosts of yesterday's fried fish and tomorrow's dread. She was looking for a miracle, but in the only place she thought might hold one, her grandmother's old tin of memories. And that's where she found it. Not a miracle, mind you, but a whisper of one. A brittle paper titled Obe Ibeji, Twins Stew. A recipe, yes, but more an invitation. A ritual for the unseen ones who play in the corners of the world. Amara read those spidery words and scoffed. I heard her. Nonsense, she muttered to the silent pots. But child, desperation has a way of opening doors we swear are sealed. That's how, the very next sunset, I saw this pragmatic chef, her pride swallowed like bitter leaf, place a small, perfect bowl of the darkest, most aromatic stew I'd ever smelled in a dingy Lagos alley. She thought she was performing a transaction. She had no idea she was setting a place at her table for eternity.
At first, nothing. Or so she thought. The bowl was empty each morning, cleaner than any scrubbing could make it. A practical mind finds practical excuses. A stray animal, a clever rat. But the business began to sing. Customers flowed in like the tide, praising a new inexplicable depth in her food. It tastes like joy, they said. Amara credited luck or her own hard work. She didn't yet credit us. Then came the morning of the handprints. You should have seen her face. She stood frozen in the pre-dawn gloom, staring at the flour-dusted counter. There they were, two perfect, tiny handprints, pressed with playful clarity. No smudges, no tracks, just a declaration, a hello. That was the first crack in the wall of her reality. The first time I saw a flicker of wonder, not just worry, in her eyes. And the laughter. Oh, she heard it soon after. A sound like crystal beads falling onto a calabash, faint and joyful, echoing from the shadows near the bean sacks. It didn't scare her, not truly. It puzzled her. It tickled something deep in her memory, a tune her grandmother used to hum.
The truth, when it came, arrived in a storm. A night of pounding rain, the stall empty of all but her and the simmering pots. A gust blew the door wide, and the lantern light did a wild jumping dance. And in that stuttering light, we showed ourselves. Not clearly, never clearly to the fully living, but enough. Not two twins, but several of us. Glimpses of small, shimmering forms chasing the shadows, a flicker of a wave from a glowing little silhouette. We couldn't help it. Her stew was so good, her presence so welcome. That was the moment she understood. I saw the knowledge settle upon her, warm and heavy as a good stew. It washed over her face, the shock, then the dawning awe, and finally, a softening so profound it brought tears to my own unseen eyes. She wasn't running a store. She was running a home. She hadn't just saved her business. She had adopted a family.
So now, the stall thrives. The name remains, but the truth is richer. Amara, our pragmatic, wonderful Amara, now cooks with two kitchens in mind. The one bustling with hungry people, and the one bustling with us.
She leaves extra chin-chin on a saucer. She hums old lullabies, and we hum the harmony on the breeze. Her food is now legend because it's cooked with a secret she'll never put on the menu. Love for the seen and the unseen. And every night, when she places our special bowl in the alley, she doesn't just recite the old words anymore. She adds her own. For my little ones, she whispers, her voice the softest I've ever heard it. The pot is always full for you. And from the shadows, we answer, with a warm breeze that smells of nutmeg and peace, with the faintest imprint of a tiny hand in the fresh flower she'll find at dawn, with a chorus of joyful laughter that only she can hear, a sound that says, clearer than any words, we are home.